to my channel. Thank you for clicking into this video. How are you all? Kumusta? We just ended our lockdown in Sydney and I can't wait to go out there. I'll visit my mom. It's her birthday today. But before going there, I want to show my Alocasia collection. So I have 11 Alocasias here and I can't wait to show them all to you. I'm back here in my red lounge where I show off my plants or when I unbox something. But let's do it now. This is my first one that I'm gonna show you. This is one of my favorite plants in general, not only among Alocasias, but who can say no to this? This is velvety. First of all, this is my Alocasia black velvet. I will show this to you in close-up. So here is the close-up look of Alocasia black velvet, also known as Alocasia reginola. This is a miniature Alocasia known for its stunning foliage. It gets its name from the dark velvety appearance of the leaves, which are offset by the striking white veins. I don't know what is going on with this plant, but it doesn't give me more than 3 leaves all at once. So when an old leaf died, I expect for the new one to come in. So that's the story of this plant, but this is very, don't you agree? It's very beautiful. Second plant is Alocasia Amazonica or Polly. I love this plant so much that I bought another one. Just look at that. Got this first in online. I forgot the online shop, but then 2 weeks later I saw this in Bunnings, so I might as well pick this up too. So I got 2 now. And here are my 2 Alocasia Polly guys, or Amazonica. If you notice, I just move around here in my red lounge because I'm playing up with the lighting. So in this side here, I can get a good angle of these 2 Amazonica. So this is also called African mast plant and is very recognizable that you'll probably have seen these before on social media or in gardening store. This is actually very common here in Australia. I'm not sure anywhere else in the world, but this is native of Southeast Asia too. So it's cheap over there and in here in Australia. This is actually what made me bought 2 of these Alocasia. Just love it, you know, the veining and the wrinkly appearance, and it's very easy to take care of. You just need to water it every week, once a week during warm weather and once every 2 weeks during winter. So that's how easy this Alocasia is. This third one here is my Alocasia Bambino. This is the dwarf form of Polly. If you can see, no matter how I water or fertilize this guy here, it doesn't grow. But it's very easy plant. And look at that, there's a new shoot coming up. So here is the close-up look of Bambino. So this is the dwarf version of Polly. Its slender leaves are much smoother on the margins than other Amazonica Alocasias. Yeah, can you see that? Like the edges are smoother than this one here, the Polly. So that's the difference. And how cute is this little leaf coming out. Fourth one is this Alocasia Friday. Who is not mesmerized with this plant? It's also velvety like the black velvet here, but they are completely different foliage. Well, this is like a heart shape. This one is elongated. And here is Alocasia Friday, or also called Leziana. This is very popular Alocasia. It's because of its dark foliage, which is also velvety and very pronounced veining. Look at that from afar. All you notice is this plant. It's very popular in Instagram. That's why there's day called Friday. This is my newest Alocasia. I got it from Jungle Collective, and it came already this tall because I just got it 2 weeks ago, and I haven't participated the Friday yet, guys, but I will soon, now that I have this Friday. Next is Alocasia Green Shield. This is very smooth looking, which is actually smooth but also leathery. It's thick and it's like kind of soft and thin leather, just like my leather jacket. And there's also a new leaf coming out. This is my Alocasia Green Shield, which is hiding here. I cannot put it out on the table because I've spilled the soil already. I have to clean it up later. And look at the new leaf coming out. So beautiful, guys. It comes up as light green and then turns dark green, and it has this leathery texture. So this is also called as Alocasia clipeolata. The leaves also resembles scales, and this requires humidity. This stays in my red lounge here because I think it cannot survive the cold in the winter. Next one is my Alocasia Princess. If you can see, the stems are dark purplish or kind of dark brown as well, so in the middle. And there's a new leaf coming out. So this is the Yucatan Princess, which is very tall and leggy, but has a new leaf coming out too. I think every one of them has new leaves coming out. After all, it's spring. So it's also called as Sarawakensis Alocasia. It has glossy dark green leaves, which are chocolate brown on the underside, and the stems too, but it is slick and streamlined. Slick because it's glossy. Love this plant too. It's very easy to take care of. Next is my Alocasia Zebraina. Look at how tall this guy here. Just love this. It becomes leggy. I don't know why when I put this outside in the veranda. If you check out my other video, this has been in the veranda or outside area of my house, so it can get light all the time. But I don't know why it became leggy. But I think that's the nature of this plant. It grows very tall. And look at the stems. So here's the close-up look of my Alocasia Zebraina. This Alocasia here owes its name to the unique and eye-catching yellow and black zebra print is markings found on its stems that contrast with its lush green leaves, just like that. Look how pretty. Look at the newest leaf here, guys. So pretty. I keep saying pretty, but it is really pretty. Next one here is my Alocasia Cocolata. Look at the shape of the leaves. It's heart shape. Very hardy plant. My sister gave this to me. So this would be the cheapest Alocasia because it's free, but it's really good. I don't have headache with this plant. So this Alocasia Cocolata and Zebraina, I put them in the veranda outside the house. So here's the close-up look of the Cocolata, the heart-shaped Alocasia. This is very hardy, and that's why I leave it outside. During winter, it doesn't even have any problem, like softening of the leaves. It just continues to grow. Next one is my biggest Alocasia. Here, this is my first Alocasia, guys, and I don't know why it doesn't become thick and fat. It remains lanky, but I couldn't complain as long as it's alive and healthy. And look at this little shoot here. This is lanky too, but I was surprised. I thought this plant is gonna die since some of the leaves, or even before this one here, they were yellowing. But then look at this new leaf. How big is that? So this is up close look of Mycorrhiza or Gianttaro. This is the most common Alocasia, and this is my first Alocasia. If you can see this new leaf here, which is the biggest so far, it's very thin and shiny. That's the reason I give you a very close-up look. As long as my phone can capture it. I'm doing that each time I will do a plant tour or plant collection video. My second to the last Alocasia is this guy here. So this is Alocasia Stingray. You can see the tails, it looks like its namesake, the stingray. And look at the stems too. It's like Zebraina. It has the stripes. This is the close-up look of stingray, guys. Look at that. It looks like a stingray. It's pointing, the tail is pointing upwards, but the stems are having that stripy pattern with the dark brown color, just like the Zebraina. Although Zebraina is more prominent. Look, we go Zebraina. Yeah, that's Zebraina. And that's stingray. But if you can see, the edges of this plant is curling or wrinkly and crispy. That's why it's prone to spider mites. But I'm so happy that this Alocasia, or none of them, had spider mites. I thought these are spider mites though, but these are just collected dust. Last but not least is my Alocasia Red Secret or Capria. I put it inside the cereal container because look at that. There are two flowers because it's spring in Australia at the moment, so everything is flowering, including this Alocasia. And I noticed when these two flowers came out, it became so heavy, and even the leaves here, they're just drooping down. So I have to help it, you know, I have to put it in a container that will support the weight of the leaves. So what can I do? I think it's, at least I help it staying alive. But I will cut the flowers soon and repot this. Let's check if it will survive, but that's the only way to go for this plant because the pot is small for its size now. But if you can see the leaves, how pretty are these? Look at that. Look at the abs. Isn't it gorgeous? Gorgeous. So no doubt this is my favorite, most favorite one, but don't tell them. So this is the close-up look of Capria or Red Secret. It has these red-like leaves with dark, almost black markings that look fabulous and dramatic. It also has this metallic sheen with the underside that is completely deep red. It's a very popular plant these days. When I got this was like $50 and it was already half price, so I just grabbed it because it was already a deal, a bargain. But these days this is only 30, but the smaller plant though. So I'm happy that it has grown this big. So care tips for these alocasias are they need bright and direct light. So you cannot put it outdoors and be hit by the direct sun exposure because they will just burn. And next one is regular watering. These guys here don't like very dry soil, so it has to remain moist but not wet. So you just tip your fingers like 2 inches and you can see if it needs watering. During warmer months, they need once a week watering and every 2 weeks, and once every 2 weeks during winter. Third tip is you have to fertilize these alocasias during warmer months like all summer, early autumn, and late spring. And fourth one that I can give is regular misting, except for the black velvet, because just like any velvety leaves, they don't like water sitting in the foliage. But for the rest, especially the shiny ones like the poly and this guy here, they like regular misting. But to be honest, I really don't miss them, but they are surviving and they're okay. So that's about my care tips for alocasia. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you can see, I put the Capria here because I can see it's alright. I was scared earlier that it wouldn't stand up, except for this one here, because I actually damaged it one time. So thank you for watching. I hope you consider subscribing and welcome back for more to see all my planty content. Bye.